All right, guys. Back with another one for you. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
This is the
Johnny here. Ask yourself why they would use AI, artificial intelligence, to fake something they could have easily. They're about to get really freaking weird. And I'll show you just how weird in 1 minute. Stop spreading fear! Telling people what's happening right in front of you is spreading fear? Of course, clearly we already knew it was a distraction to begin with, but why are they now using AI to use it? And they've been doing this, by the way. Remember BB and all that other stuff? So they've been doing this, but right now, why are they using it to fake it? And of course, I'm talking about this Tate situation. So shout out to Into Thin Air. He caught this on his Twitter, and you can see right behind me, somehow, his foot just disappeared. So it's clearly not authentic footage. But wait, what did I tell y'all when the BB thing was happening? They kept releasing these really weird videos that they are perfecting this AI right under our nose purposefully. They're even throwing obvious things in there so people will call it out, but purposefully, because they want to see what we're going to fall for and what we won't fall for. Like that other video, if you don't know, what happens is AI videos has microscopic branding in the pixels of a video, and that's how AI can tell if it's AI generated or not. And they're obviously using this and bypassing it. How many fake videos do you think they've made that people thought were real that the AI detector can't even tell? Now, how weird really get? Well, say that something just insane out of this world happens in a different country. Who's to say it actually happened in the first place? If pushed in the right way, humankind would go into an apocalyptic war with things we don't even know because we thought that something happened. Stop spreading fear! Maybe you're just a fearful person. The only thing I'm scared of is God. If you think people are deceived right now, just wait.
I would never notice that. I don't pay attention to details like that.
This is the guy that he looks like a demon.
Yeah, and he says, I have to fly private because I can't have demons in the tube with me. So he's calling people demons. That's Kenneth Copeland. So he has a 19,000 square foot parsonage. A parsonage is a house owned by the church, bought and paid for by donor dollars and tithe givers, and the pastor can live there. Over decades and just through precedent, that parsonage has been pulled off. The church will pay for the parsonage of the pastor, so the parsonage is owned by the church, but the pastor can live in it. There's no stipulation on how big that parsonage can be, how extravagant it can be. So Kenneth Copeland has a 19,000 square foot parsonage on the lake on his church property. So this is the story about Kenneth. Kenneth was a struggling musician back in the day. He became a pilot and started flying Oral Roberts around. Oral Roberts is like OG evangelist. The story goes that Kenneth Copeland was flying over Texas and saw this runway next to this lake. And God gave him this vision that he was going to buy this whole parcel and turn it into a church and turn it into what he calls the revival capital of the world. So flash forward, he creates this marketing pitch, starts his church. And back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, mailers were super popular. And so, you'd mail 50,000 envelopes out and say, hey, Sean, give me $10. This is Pastor Nathan. I need $10 to help you spread this message. And he promised to build 6 things. He said, and in this pitch, God gave me the vision to buy this runway. I'm going to build a radio station, a TV network, ministry facilities, Kingdom Park, which was an extravagant park for his churchgoers and his tithe payers, and then a hotel for guests to come and enjoy the lake. So he sent that pitch out, raised tens of millions of dollars. He ever only built 3 of the things he promised to build. In the for-profit world, that would be called fraud. He would be in jail. In the religious world, we call it faith, Nathan. You got to have faith.
This is the guy that...
Yeah, that dude does. He looks like he's just something up. He's either just a nut or he is a demon. Something about him, especially when he grabbed that guy's face. Look at his teeth and rewind it. Look back at Fucker looks like a nut.
Let's thank God that there are women that advocate for truth. Because if there wasn't, this guy would have been in cuffs on his way to jail. This guy was at a Princess Polly event and was falsely accused of groping this woman right here. And if it wasn't for the women that was recording, he would have got locked up. And now social media is trying to get this lady arrested for what she did. Matter of fact, look at this shit. Look. Look how she bumped into him. Wow. Wow. Now just imagine if they didn't get that on camera. And she's calling for police. Now just imagine if nobody would have seen that and she would have called the cops. He would have been in jail, right? This man was standing at a Princess Polly event, minding his business. She pushed through, bumped him, and made it seem like he touched her. Luckily, the fans was recording. Luckily, those women said they saw what they saw. And after the event, that man went to the police station and made them pull up what happened on CCTV. And this is why they're saying that this lady needs to be arrested. What do you think? Should they lock her up? Or should people be able to just do what she did?
Yeah, they should lock her up. Probably deport her ass. That's what it looks like.
Only a few liquids on Earth that actually expand when frozen. And water just so happens to be one of them. And what's really odd to me is that we are being told that all of the ice is melting, so the sea levels are rapidly rising. But did you know that 90% of an iceberg is actually underwater? So if most of the icebergs that we see are actually underwater, and water expands when frozen, then how is the ice melting causing the sea levels to rapidly rise? Are the sea levels actually rising? If you go to Florida, you will see all of the coastal cities booming with life. Have you been to Dubai? I personally haven't been to Dubai, but they built an entire neighborhood literally on the water. So if the sea levels are rapidly rising, then why is everyone investing in coastal cities? Why does everyone want to move to coastal cities? Why would they make GTA 6 in Miami if it's going to be underwater soon? You know, I also remember being taught in school that Florida would be underwater by 2025, but it looks exactly the same, just more developed. More money has gone into this coastal city that should be underwater. Is the Statue of Liberty underwater? I don't think so. I don't think it ever was. I made this video entirely for entertainment purposes only. There are...
I don't understand what GTA 6 has to do with anything there, unless I'm missing something. I'm not a video gamer, but am I missing something here, people?
Each year, 15 million girls get married before the age of 18. Random facts you might not know. 1 in 4 couples don't sleep in the same bed. The word bride comes from an old Proto-Germanic word meaning to cook. Did you know that TikTok can reveal who has a crush on you? Your secret admirer is the first person that appears when you click on share, then click on more. Marrying younger than age 25 dramatically raises the divorce risk. Also, the divorce risk is higher when the woman is much older than the man. In France, you can marry a dead person. Want to know what your day is going to be like tomorrow? Type tomorrow in the comments section and let your autocorrect finish the sentence for you. Couples who live together before engagement have a higher divorce rates than those who wait. 69% of marriages in Ethiopia occur through abduction. Before this last fact, please like this video and hit the plus, as we may never see each other again. In 1960, 59% of American adults aged 18-29 were married. Today, only 20% are married. Each year, 15 million girls...
I am literally telling you right now, get out and buy everything you can freaking buy. People don't realize how expensive gas is about to get. Anything with oil, every plastic, saran wrap, the stuff they wrap meat in, plastic on snacks, plastic in bags, boxed cereal, everything. I've been warning everybody, and I heard from a reliable source, that you need to get out and buy everything you need to buy because this war is out of fucking control. This war is out of control. Kuwait, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, everybody is going bonkers right now. We thought it was going to end. They're like, oh, they want to make a deal. They don't want to make a deal. Nobody wants a deal with us. Nobody wants a deal. So get your gas, buy your stuff. I'm not saying panic, but I'm saying you better do something quick because things are about to skyrocket. And I mean skyrocket. You've been warned.
I don't know. It don't seem like anybody wants to make a deal with us. How many times have we heard, oh, we got an agreement. Oh, it's a ceasefire. Oh, we got an agreement. Oh, we got it. Don't cross this line. Don't cross this line. I'm starting to think Trump's a big pussy. He had a lot of people fooled. It seems like he's having a hard time handling this war.
This video was taken in Orlando, Florida by a security camera. The uploader says, "We kept hearing footsteps in our backyard at weird hours in the night. We ended up putting a camera up back there to see if we could capture what was making the noise. A figure can be seen seemingly running along the fence. The strangest part of it all is it seems to be transparent. What do you think?"
One of them interdimensional beings.
They found a portal in the woods. This is what people are saying, allegedly. I'm not sure. I'm not there, but look at this. Something is going on over there, guys, for real. You see it. Maybe it's not a portal, but that's what people are saying, that it looks like a portal. No one is going to walk through it. People are scared to walk through it, and I don't blame them. We've been talking about the woods. We've been talking about the forest. We've been talking about things like this for a while now, guys. As you can see, this looks very, very strange. And if I was there, I would not walk through it either. Like looking at it like this, definitely not going through there. We don't know what's going through there and what's coming out of there, but something's up. Somebody said that they seen this in the woods, allegedly. We don't know if they're telling the truth or not, but something's going on here, and we need to figure this out. That's only if there's something to figure out, because maybe this just looks like this just to look like it, but it looks kind of odd. It looks strange. It looks like I'm getting an energy from this picture, allegedly. That doesn't mean that any energy is coming through this picture, but it just looks strange, and it doesn't look like anything that I would walk through. Now, just playing around, guys. Entertainment purposes only. You believe that? I don't believe that. This is just something that happens to look strange. It doesn't mean that it's strange. It means that there's a whole bunch of tall trees and there's a light on the other side. Who knows? I don't know. Let me know. I'm out.
It does look weird. Looks like a painting or something. I don't know about a portal, but yeah, it looks like a painting or some good photo, something like a photographer would take.
This is just one more reason why I stopped eating fast food altogether. And why do I say that? Because a Popeyes in Louisiana has a lot of explaining to do. A gigantic roach was seen in a kitchen crawling all through the batter that they put on the chicken. Have a look at this nasty video for yourself. I just can't. Just can't. This was recorded by an employee. It's just, I can't. It's disgusting. Once again, we all know fast food is not the best thing in the world for you or your body or your health. But then to actually see this behind the scenes, gigantic roach swimming around in the batter, makes it 10 times more gross than it needs to be. But think about this. If these young people working in these restaurants did not put these videos up on social media, you will never know what the heck is going on in some of these kitchens. So Popeyes, count your days with that kind of activity going on in your kitchen. Just totally disgusting and uncalled for. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, that's exactly why. That is why I don't trust any fast food. I don't like people cooking my food. I don't care if it's a neighbor that's friendly as hell and they bring you a thing of cupcakes. You don't know what it's like. I've seen so many people with houses that live with roaches and they act like it's normal. It's no big deal to them. They'll flip them and shit. Like, man, some dirty, nasty motherfucker.
Here's a photo of an elephant doing something scientists once thought was impossible. Using its tusks like pickaxes, it chips away at solid rock deep inside a cave. These Kenyan cave elephants squeeze through impossibly narrow passages, gradually carving out caves that can stretch for miles. But they're not looking for shelter. They're mining cave walls for mineral-rich salt, an essential nutrient that's scarce in the rainforest habitat. Generation after generation has followed the same underground routes, creating one of the animal kingdom's most extraordinary examples of natural mining. This is what it looks like when a hedgehog gets x-rayed. Hedgehogs instinctively curl into a tight, spiny ball when frightened, making it nearly impossible for veterinarians to get a clear x-ray. To safely examine them, vets sometimes gently tape their tiny legs to the x-ray plate so they can check for broken bones, swallowed objects, or other internal injuries. This photo shows an East German Stasi agent photographing a CIA agent at the exact moment the CIA agent was photographing him. During the Cold War, both sides constantly tracked and identified each other's spies, turning surveillance into a bizarre game of mutual espionage where no one was ever truly invisible.
That'd be crazy. Recording somebody at the same time they're recording you, and you're supposed to be trying to be sneaky the whole time.
I have an interesting video for you. This is actually coming out of New Jersey, specifically near the Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. It was captured by a woman and her Uber driver. They captured what they believe to be a massive mothership, spaceship, directly over them. Take a look at this footage.
That shit scared me too. I was like, what the fuck? And I had to remember it was that building. Yeah, let me think. Holy shit. And yesterday, I watched it. Was a movie, I was Guardian of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like aliens, all that kind of stuff. Oh my God. I said, ¿por qué? Why close to New York?
Now, there is something I need to clarify. This was captured around December of 2025. And the lights, it's not reflecting from inside the car. These are not overhead lights and a reflection. There was something out there that they have no explanation to this day regarding. Whatever it was, this thing was massive, and it wasn't a building. It wasn't something easily explainable. Take a look at the footage once again, comment below, let us know what you think.
That shit scared me too. I was like, what the fuck? And I had to remember it was that building. Yeah, let me think. Holy shit. And yesterday, I watched it. Was a movie, I was Guardian of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like aliens, all that kind of stuff. Oh my God. I said, ¿por qué? Why close to New York?
They said right in it, they had to remember that it was that building. Why do people do that? Shit that they know ain't what it is just for clicks, man. This fucking kills me. Makes you just want to unfollow them.
Over 300 people on DMT looked at a wall and reported seeing the same code. Not similar patterns. The same symbols in the same places. The setup was strangely simple. A 650 nanometer red laser was diffused across a surface under controlled conditions. Basically the kind of construction laser you could buy at Home Depot. One observer said the wall became transparent, like reading through glass, and the symbols did not drift or morph like ordinary hallucinations. They stayed locked in space. Move the laser up, and different code appeared. Put your hand in front of it, and the code changed only where your hand blocked the light. A behavioral analyst actually flew out to test the phenomenon himself because he could not detect deception in the witnesses. Then the reports kept stacking up. Thousands of subjects later, the same kinds of symbols in the same kinds of positions, with no clear explanation. Neuroscientists think the laser may create a speckle pattern that the DMT-altered brain organizes into stable geometry. Researchers described it as a recurring visual phenomenon with consistent geometric structure. We built microscopes to reveal cells. Maybe this is the first crude lens for something deeper.
I remember seeing that experiment. They had a laser up on a wall, and they gave people the DMT, and they would just, each one of them would look at it, and they even zoomed in and showed on there like what they was showing. I mean, it was a reenactment of what was across the walls, but they were showing all the actual text.
This dictionary from 1885 holds a shocking secret which is buried from modern dictionaries, and there may be a big reason why that's the case. Now, we've all heard about and surely witnessed firsthand, people think that society is being dumbed down, right? Whether it's the chemicals here and there, whether it's the things people watch on TV, etc. We think, the general consensus is people are being dumbed down. And not only that, but the number of words across human society that we say in a day is shrinking. They say it's about 330 fewer words spoken per day for each year between 2005 and 2019. So there's just words like, when was the last time you said discombobulated or pontificate? Like there's words you don't use that used to be big words back in the day. Well, it turns out as human society, quote unquote, progresses, some words just eventually get dropped out of dictionaries to make space for new ones. So if you have an old dictionary from 1885, there are words in there you're not going to find anywhere else other than books from maybe around the same time period. This is why some people say hang on to your old dictionaries, because the new ones don't have the same content. For example, did you know the ancient, and this is why people think there's a dumbing down thing going on, the ancient Nordics, right, and the ancient South Americans, they had like 10 different words for the color green, because green has so many different shades. So to just call green green, it's like the shades of green. The Inuit had like 10 different names for ice, or for snow rather. So there's different kinds of snow. There's hard packed snow, there's fluffy snow, there's blowing snow, there's sideways snow, there's upside down snow. So they had all these different words that now we just blanket with the word snow. No pun intended, blanket. But anyways, this is shocking. I do have some old dictionaries I'm going to dig through now and find words that you cannot find today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also, get reading, because reading exercises that mental muscle there, and you become sharper and more focused and more wise.
Oh, I can only imagine some of the words that we've forgotten or haven't used in centuries.
Scary facts you didn't know. Part 87. In 2003, 46-year-old pizza delivery driver Brian Wells walked into a bank in Erie, Pennsylvania, with a metal bomb locked around his neck. After robbing the bank, he was stopped by police, where he claimed the bomb had been forced onto him and that he was following instructions to complete a deadly scavenger hunt. Minutes later, the bomb exploded, killing him on live television. The bizarre case became known as the Pizza Bomber Mystery, and years later, investigators concluded that the robbery was part of a complex criminal plot involving multiple people. While filming Rocky IV, Sylvester Stallone asked Dolph Lundgren to hit him for real to make their fight scenes feel more authentic. Lundgren agreed, but one of his punches landed so hard that Stallone was hospitalized for several days while recovering from his injuries. In a later interview, Lundgren showed no sympathy, stating, "All I did was obey orders." The legendary movie fight nearly became a real-life disaster. On May 26, 2013, Harrison O'Keene survived one of the most terrifying underwater disasters ever recorded. The 29-year-old ship cook was trapped more than 100 feet underwater inside the sunken tugboat Jascon 4 after it capsized off the coast of Nigeria. He survived for nearly 3 days inside a small air pocket in the ship's bathroom, surrounded by freezing water and complete darkness. As he waited for rescue, he could hear fish feeding on the bodies of his fallen crewmates nearby. After almost 60 hours underwater, rescue divers discovered O'Keene alive and pulled him to safety. His survival was considered nearly impossible.
That'd be one scary way to be stuck underwater, and on top of hearing all the fish around there eating your dead people.
Mr. President, are you planning on putting any pressure or consequences on China for what you announced about them meddling in the 2020 election?
Well, we're going to talk to them about it. It took place a long time ago. I think China's maybe a little bit different today than it was then. But look, they do things and we do things to them. I'll be honest. We do things to them too. It's not a one-way street. But we'll be talking to them. Yeah.
Mr. President.
Yeah, sounds like he's gonna be real light and lenient about that, huh? Sometimes I start to wonder. I think he's getting soft, or he was always soft. He just was used to people not calling his bluff, and I think he's been getting his bluffs called quite a bit lately.
Is religion gonna die?
Listen, I'm gonna say this, right? Religion will never die. Reason why religion will never die, because people will never stop searching. Because people will never believe that the power is within themselves. Listen, try trying to tell somebody in the hood that ain't never had, that watched their mama suffer, watched their brother go to the penitentiary, watched their family die, that they had the power all alone to stop it. They ain't gonna believe you, gang. They're looking for a savior, gang. So where the fuck religion gonna go, right? But I'm gonna say this, right? Religion should be a doorway to the reality of self. But I think people don't take that doorway, right? People let religion become their life, right? When your life should become yourself. I think people be too concerned in taking somebody else's idea, right? But how good is you if everything that I know came from somebody else? If I lived this life my whole life and never came up with my own idea as to what is life, right? I don't got my own opinion of what life is, so I'm gonna live and I'm gonna die.
Yes, you do.
Your opinion of what life is. I'm saying if.
Okay.
Right now I know, but we talk about religion. But I think that religion have you stuck in the box. It's like trying to put God in this box. You can't do it. No religion. Okay.
Yeah, he says a lot of smart things sometimes, or well, I shouldn't say smart, some deep things that'll get you thinking. And said, guys, that's all I got for this video. If you would leave a like, comment, subscribe, help me get some traction on this channel. I'll start getting back to these hour ones once I start picking up a little more traction. I ain't getting no subscribers, so I'm only keeping them at about a half hour here lately. I was doing hours. I'll go back to hours if it turns out where I start getting a little more traction on here. But with that being said, that's all I got for you. See ya.